Hi everybody, I'm Rose. This is Mama Rosie's Corner. I hope everybody is doing well. I wanted to talk with you today about social stigmas. It's a touchy subject because, well, it's something that's been a part of my life since I'm a little girl, and I'm sure that most of us experience this, especially women. When I was younger, image was everything, and I grew up in the 70s when, people like Twiggy were becoming famous. In fact, my uncle liked to give me that nickname when I was little. Of course, I was the chunky cousin, so I'm not sure he meant it in a complimentary way. But in any case, when I was young, I was always the taller kid in the crowd. I developed young. I reached my height of 5'10" at 13 years old. Um, so I always stood out. I've always been big-breasted. Oh my goodness, that was probably my greatest tease growing up. Everybody picked on me. Some of the names were not very sweet, obviously. So I stood out. I didn't really fit in with the definition of a beautiful girl. You know, I wasn't skinny. I didn't have the perfect shape. My boobs were way too big for my body. Um, I was taller than all the boys my age. I mean, that was probably the most devastating thing was I stood out like a sore thumb, and I never felt comfortable. When I was really young, from first to fourth grade, believe it or not, I went to Catholic school. And we were all in uniforms, and I didn't think anything about, you know, fitting in. We all looked the same. But when we moved to Staten Island when I was 10, I was put into public school. And all of a sudden I realized just how different I really was and how much I stood out among the crowd, and not in a good way. I felt I felt like the unwanted object in the room. I did not fit in well with my peers because I stood out like a sore thumb. I didn't know how to dress. I didn't know what fashion was. I was clueless. And, you know, my only exposure to what might be okay was what I saw on TV. It's what all of us grew up with, right? We had these images of these beautiful people that were superstars and rock stars and, models, and this is how we were supposed to look. And I really believed that. And, I had three sisters much older than me. They were all beautiful, every one of them. And they're all much thinner and different shape than me. And so I kind of felt like the oddball. And growing up, that converted into my adult thinking. And so I beat myself up. I beat myself up all the time because I feel like, well, I'm losing this weight, but I've still got this belly that sticks out, and I'm never gonna have the body that other people have. I have wings. Look, I have to joke about it because if I don't joke about it, it gets me very upset. And I think a lot of us do that. So what I've had to learn is I am beautiful. I'm beautiful just the way I am because of my personality, because I am a caring individual, because there's a lot more to me than what people see. And it's taken a whole lot of personal acceptance to get myself there because I based everything on how I looked because that's what society taught me. No, a lot of it is about what's in your heart. It's about what you're made from. It's about your moral code and your standard of living and how you view other people and treating people how you want to be treated. And I'm not a, I'm not a religious person. I was in my younger days, but the one thing that always stayed with me, regardless of my journey, was that I want to treat people in a way that allows them to reciprocate something wonderful and something kind. And at my core, I know I'm a good person. I couldn't hurt someone. I couldn't cause pain. I'm always the one in the room trying to fix things. I'm the mama bear. I'm, My friends call me Mama Rosie for a reason. Um, I want to feed everybody, and I want to make everybody feel good. I want to be the one that cracks the jokes, brings happiness to the room. There are so many things that I look at that I like about me. And I shouldn't take that big picture and judge it so harshly because I feel like my physical beauty is not where it should be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. What it means is that I'm taking care of my body. My wings are now a symbol, a representation of what I've accomplished. So as much as I joke about them, because I know I have fibromyalgia, I have other things stopping me. I'm never going to be a bodybuilder. I'm never going to have the perfect body. And maybe by the rest of the world's standards, I'm never going to be that person. I'm never going to be the body beautiful that I see on TV. But I'm okay with that now. And I think having that personal love develops into confidence because I do see my confidence getting better and better every day. And I find it easier to make the right decisions for myself and easier to not punish myself when I am making mistakes. So learn to love yourself. Learn to look beyond what you see on TV. Take that moment and appreciate what's good about you. You're a beautiful person. Look deep. It's in there. If you really want to be successful in life, not just a weight loss journey or anything else you might be struggling with, you have to complete the whole. It can't just be about that one thing. It has to be about your whole person. You have to start liking you because you are unique. There's nobody else out there like you. It makes you different. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I used to think that was a bad thing. Now I understand that my uniqueness is what people are attracted to. That's a beautiful thing. So love yourself. Love who you are. And if you don't, then take a good look at the things that you would like to change. Deep, not surface stuff. How do you view the world? Do you get up every day thinking about happy things or sad things? Do you dwell on the past? You have to really take a good look at yourself and learn to like the person you see in the mirror. Forget about social stigmas. Forget about trying to fit into society's rules. They're fake. They're not real. They're a standard that our society has, generalized. And it's really not the rule across the board for most of us. Most of us are not perfect, but that does make us perfect in our own way. This is Mama Rosie. Have a good day.